Hi, welcome to series of grammar lessons. Today we are going to learn about countable and uncountable nouns. So, before we begin today's sessions, would you like to have a look at these interesting questions? So here are the questions. Can you tell me the education is countable or uncountable? You will get 5 seconds to answer it. Did you get the answer? Let me tell you, the education is countable as well as uncountable. Interesting, right? Okay, let me ask you another interesting question. And that is, the news. The news, countable or uncountable? Because most of the time people get confused here. And you might have heard people saying that I have a good news for you, or that is a bad news. So, you may get confused whether the news is countable or uncountable. Okay, don't worry. In today's sessions, we will clear your doubts. Now, let me ask you another interesting question. Money is countable or uncountable? You may say that we can count the money, so it's countable noun. Let me tell you, money is uncountable noun. It cannot be counted itself. Interesting, right? Okay, let me ask you the one more interesting question. Hair is countable or uncountable? Because most of the time people say the hair is uncountable. We cannot count them. But let me tell you, the hair is countable noun as well. You may think how it's possible. So friends, stay connected with this video. By end of these sessions, you will be able to use countable and uncountable nouns with more clarity and confidence. So, let's upgrade. And friends, if you are new to our channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon to get our latest videos notifications. So, let's upgrade. In these sessions, we will look at countable noun and uncountable noun separately. So, let's begin with countable noun. The countable nouns are anything that can be counted using numbers. It means here we count the things with the help of numbers. Okay? Let's look at some examples. Like mobile. We can count mobile. We can have 1 mobile, 2 or even 10 mobiles. So, mobile is the countable noun. Similarly, man, woman, boy, dog, bird, dollar, chair, etc. are the countable nouns because we can count them by using numbers. Now, let's have a look at few examples in sentences. Like, she has 3 mobiles. Here, mobiles can be counted. So, mobiles are countable noun. Let's look at one more example. He has 3 pens. Here, pens can be counted. So, pens are countable noun. Let's look at one more example. He has 2 dogs. Here, dog is countable noun. So, there are some important key points to be remembered in this topic. So, let's look at them one by one. The first key point is countable nouns can be singular or plural. So here, countable nouns are in singular form as well as plural form. And we add a letter S to make singular noun into plural noun. Let's look at some example. Like bag is a singular countable noun and we can make it plural countable noun by adding S to it and it becomes bags. Similarly, table is a singular countable noun. Tables is a plural countable nouns. Pen is a singular countable noun. Pens are the plural countable nouns. Month is a singular countable noun. Months are the plural countable nouns, etc. But there are some exceptions. For every singular noun, we cannot add S to make them plural. Like child is a singular countable noun. So we cannot add S to make it plural, like childs. It's wrong. So there are some singular noun cannot become plural adding s to them. And friends, if you want to know more about singular and plural nouns and the rules of it, then please watch our previous video of this series. The link has been given in description. Now let's look at the second key point of countable noun. And that is, singular verbs are used with singular countable nouns and plural verbs are used with plural countable nouns. It means with the singular countable noun, we can use singular form of the verb, and with the plural countable nouns, we can use plural form of the verb. Let's understand this with the examples. Like, my pen is working well. So in this sentence, the pen is singular countable noun. So we have used here the singular verb, and that is. So with the singular countable noun, we can use singular verb. Let's look at one more example. My pens are working very well. In this sentence, the pens is plural countable noun. So we have used the plural form of the verb, and that is are. Now let's look at the third key point of this countable noun, and that is articles a and an and numbers can be used with singular countable nouns. It means with the singular countable noun, we can use a, an and numbers. Let's understand this with examples. Like, this is a mobile. So here, mobile is singular countable noun. So I have used article a. Another example, I want an apple. Here, apple is a singular countable noun. So we have used here an as article. Let's look at one more example. Like, I need one pen. So here, the pen is a singular countable noun. So I used here one before it. Right? Now, let's look at the fourth key point of this countable noun. And that is, when a countable noun is plural, we can use it alone. It means when a countable noun is plural, we no need to use a or an. Like, we love reading books. Here, books is a plural form of countable noun. So, whenever we use plural countable noun, we do not use a or an before the plural countable nouns. Now, let's look at the fifth key point of this countable noun. And that is, few, many, a few. These words can be used with only plural countable nouns. It means these words like few, many, a few, we can use only with the plural countable nouns. Example, many pens, or many books, few questions, few exam papers, few countries, or a few answers, a few things, etc. So keep in mind, few, many, a few, these words can be used only with the plural countable nouns. Alright, let's move to the very important topic of the session, and that is uncountable noun. So the first we will look at the meaning of it. Uncountable nouns are anything that we cannot count with the numbers. It means uncountable noun cannot be counted with the help of numbers. Those things can be physical objects, qualities, or even abstract ideas. Let's understand this with the examples. Like, milk. Can we count milk with the number? Can we say 1 milk? Or 2 milk? Or give me 10 milk? No, we can't. But it can be counted in liters or bottles. Like we say, give me 1 liter milk. Or we can say, I have purchased 1 bottle of milk. Right? Let's look at one more example. Like rice. Can we count the rice like 1 rice or 5 rice or 3 rice? We can't. So it's a uncountable noun. If you want to count this, then it can be counted in kgs or bags, right? Like we say, chew me 1 bag of rice. Or we can say, I have purchased 1 kg of rice, etc. So like this, uncountable noun cannot be counted in numbers. Okay? Let's have a look at some more uncountable nouns. Here is the list of it. Like abstract ideas. Abstract ideas cannot be counted in numbers, like advice, love, freedom, beauty, music, etc. So we cannot count these in numbers. We cannot say like, I have 1 love for you or 10 love for you. Similarly, we cannot say, I have 1 freedom, I have 1 music. So the abstract ideas are uncountable noun. Similarly, liquids like honey, water, butter, milk, juice, these all are the uncountable noun. Let's take an example of water. Can we count the water like I have 1 water or 2 water? No, we can't. So we can count the water in containers like bottle. So we can say I have 1 bottle of water, okay? Or we can say I have a glass of juice. Here we cannot say 1 juice or 2 juice. We can count the juice in glasses. So the liquids are uncountable nouns. Similarly, like weather words like thunder, snow, rain, heat, wind, light, etc. cannot be counted itself. Right? Now, let's have a look at important key points of uncountable noun. The first key point is the uncountable noun are always singular and they use singular form of the verb. It means the countable noun can never have plurals. Let's understand this with example. Like milk is good for health. So here the milk is singular uncountable noun. Okay? So keep in mind the uncountable nouns cannot take the form of plurals. So we have used the singular form of the verb and that is. Similarly, juice was very tasty. In this sentence, the juice is a singular uncountable noun. So we have used was as a singular form of the verb. So here we cannot use the plural form of the verbs like are, were, etc. because uncountable noun cannot become plurals. Let's look at the second key point of this uncountable noun, and that is article a and an cannot be used with uncountable nouns. Here the articles a and an were never used with uncountable nouns. Example, I have seen news. Here we cannot use a news, but oftenly we do mistake while writing or talking. We say like I have seen a news or that is a good news. So keep in mind we never use articles before uncountable nouns. Let's look at one more example like I love music. Here music is uncountable noun. So we cannot use article a before it. But many times people do mistake and they write I listen to a music. So it's wrong. We cannot use a or an before uncountable nouns. Now let's have one more example like I got information. But sometimes people do mistake and they write I got an information. That is completely wrong. Okay, because information is uncountable noun. Now let's look at the third key point of uncountable nouns, and that is the words called some, much, little can be used with uncountable nouns. Example, do you have some money? Or he drinks much coffee. Or there is a little information about events, etc. Now the time has come to have a look at the questions that were asked at the beginning of the videos. So here we go. The first question was whether education is countable or uncountable. Friends, let me tell you, education can be considered as a countable as well as uncountable nouns. It all depends on the context we are talking in. Let's understand this with examples. If you are talking about a particular person's education experience, then it is countable noun. Example, she got a great education in her school. Here, education is countable because we are talking about the particular person's education experience. But another side, when we talk generally about education, then it is uncountable. Example, education is important for everyone. Here, education is considered as uncountable noun. Okay, hope you got the answer. Now, let's move to the second important question, and that was, memory is countable noun or uncountable noun? Let me tell you, friends, the memory can be countable as well as uncountable. Let's see how it's possible. If you are talking about the things that you remember of a particular events or concept, let's look at one example. Like, I have few lovely memories of my college life. So here, the memories are countable. Okay, he has only few memories of his college life. So here, memory is countable now. But other side, if I say, I have very strong memory power, in this sentence, memory is considered as uncountable noun because we're talking about the ability of a person. Okay, now let's look at the one more important question of this session, and that is news. Whether the news is countable noun or uncountable noun. Friends, you might have heard people saying that I have a good news for you, or there is a news for you. So keep in mind here, news cannot be countable noun. So we cannot say that I have a good news for you, but we can say I have a news for you. Hope you got the answer. Let's go to the one more interesting question, and that is whether the money is countable or uncountable. Let me tell you, dear, the money is uncountable noun. But you may say that we count the money every day, like in the banks, at home, shops, etc. But let me ask you, did you ever say that today I have 100 money? Or my friends has given me 2 money? No, you didn't, right? But let me tell you, the money cannot be counted itself. We count the money in rupees or dollars. And also, there are some other standards to count it. So instead of saying I have 100 money, we say that I have 100 rupees. So money is uncountable now. Okay? Now let's look at the last question, and that is hair. Hair is countable noun or uncountable noun? Let's understand this with example. When I say my hair is very strong, so when I say my hair is very strong, here it is considered as uncountable noun. We cannot count them. Okay, can we count our hair on our head like 1, 2, 3 in numbers? No, we can't. But when we talk about individual hair, then it can be counted. Like we say, I found one hair in my breakfast. Or we can say, I found one hair in my plate. So here we can count the hair, right? So the hair is countable as well as uncountable. So before you answer any countable and uncountable questions, try to understand the context and then go for the answers. Okay, friends, hope you understood this topic completely. If you have any questions, kindly ask me in the comment sections. I will help you up there for sure. And friends, if you really want to upgrade your skills, then please visit our channel. You will definitely get the benefit of it. So friends, if you like this video, then kindly give us your valuable feedback so that we can do much better in our upcoming videos. And do not forget to like, share and subscribe. So thanks for watching. Take care.